Good morning, everyone. Welcome to High Vibe Mornings, the place where you can come to just focus on getting happy, hearing your personal next step in life, and helping build a plan so that you enjoy the journey towards your end goal manifestation. Hi, I'm your host, Kelly Lunt. I'm a medium, channel, and law of attraction expert, and I just love to come live at Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Excuse me. I love to come live Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern Time. And I always start the show with a general message from Spirit. So that way, those of you who can't join live, you could still come back in the very beginning of the show. You can hear your message that you need to hear. And for those of you who are able to join live, I then dive into free mini reads. After that, I am available for personal readings. I do have masterminds and I do have a law of attraction course open. So if any of that is of interest to you, just write a comment and I will give you the appropriate link and we will see how we can work together. So without further ado, let's go ahead and just get straight into the general message. It's a day of becoming. This whole week is going to be a gentle unfoldment of the new you that is a higher vibrational vibe. So be okay if you find yourself feeling more peaceful. If you Google that emotional guidance list, there'll be a list of emotions 1 through 22. Number 7, you'll see it says content. That could also be acceptance, peace. If you look right below that, number 8 is boredom. When you're coming out of a high contrast stage of life or a lot of up and downs in your emotions, oh, I'm sad because I didn't look good at the gym. Oh, I'm happy my person made me food. Oh, I'm sad my pants didn't fit. Oh, I'm happy they surprised me with a cup of coffee. So either high vibrational contrast state, contrast just means yuck in life, or up and downs. As you start to stabilize, you might think you're bored, but there's a difference between bored and peace. Peace is where you're okay. Monday, I've got the yoga class I'm going to. Thursday, I'm going to my friend's house. Saturday morning, I'm doing yoga with this person and then a workshop. Okay. And then you gently allow the rest of your days to just unfold naturally. I've got to do the work, I've got to do the dishes, the laundry. It's where you don't put pressure on those day to day things that just fill your time, which are basic maintenance and upkeep of being a human. It's not putting pressure on those to bring you surprise, delight, and joy. Those are more stabilizers. Those are more things that if we in source were standing in your physical shoes on earth, we would feel a sense of pride. I made the journey down here to earth. Of course, I want to make myself this good food. This is going to taste so yummy. Many of you view those tasks that upkeep the physical human body that you guys work so hard to get down into as boring. If you guys could view them as peace, I'm keeping up my house. I do enjoy having a cleaner house. Some of you will be clean, some of you will be cleaner. I do feel better when my house is clean. This is just part of the maintenance of living in this human body on earth. Flipping those day to day things into contentment will be a stabilizing vibration for you. So, most of your time when you're doing the going to the grocery store, putting gas in the car, driving someone somewhere, it will be a stabilizing vibration that's in alignment. 7 are up on that list is in alignment. We break it down in the course we made with Kelly, her law of attraction course. You'll have a good chunk of your time at contentment, at peace. I am making my breakfast for the week right now. I am going grocery shopping for the food for the week. Then you can, okay, universe, I'm ready to have a more pop and social life. We had Kelly just simply go to 2 meetups this week and they were board games. They recharged her. She met some new people. She got some, intellectual stimulation, learning new games that were a little more complex than just a card game. Let the maintenance of your life be at peace and contentment, and then go, okay, universe, I'm ready for other things. It could be yoga class, a dance class, it could be a book club. It could be universe start showing me the things that I could do that would make me feel happy, that would make me feel joy. Start showing me things that I could be doing. I'm ready to live life eagerly and expansively. That's where many of you are at. I'm ready to live life eager, looking forward to the day. I'm ready to live life expansively, expanding to my next state of being. So we need you guys to recognize you need to get that outside of the basic day-to-day maintenance of being a human. Too many of you are putting pressure on the day-to-day maintenance to make you happy. And without further ado, we will open it up to the minis. That was a very interesting message, guys. That was interesting. Do you guys have any thoughts on that? And we got Brandon today who got first. I'm sorry for having to start 5 minutes late today, guys. I did the funniest error. I'm just going to show you. I didn't even get to eat my breakfast. I looked up a spelt flake recipe to make like a high protein, non meat breakfast. I accidentally bought spelt flour. So this is just like spelt dough. And it took so much longer to cook, and I was just like, "Oh my god." Let's say we got Antoinette, what's up? We got Concha in the house, good vibes. Yeah. So guys, do you guys any Antoinette? I know that that's something that you and I have been touching on about peacefully enjoying like the day to day maintenance of life. You were cooking flour. Yeah, I was cooking flour. I was like, the recipe said 3 to 5 minutes. Why is this? And when I like started stirring it, I was like, this is dough. Yeah. I mean, I'm still gonna eat it. I'm still eating my spelt dough breakfast concoction, and I will order my spelt flakes at a different day. Yeah, I was cooking flour. But I will admit though, after trying it, I'm gonna experiment with the spelt flour for like bread or pancakes or muffins because it's a good texture and a decent flavor. But what's it got? Brandon, Antoinette, Concha, you guys got any questions, comments on the general, or do you just want a mini? Brandon, it feels like there's like a tiny bit there that could be moved. Antoine, it feels like there's something there. Concha, your energy is not all over the place, but how do I word that? Your energy is just focused in a lot of areas right now. And you're definitely wanting excitement in your life again. Interesting. Yes, there's something there, and I can't really put words to it. Can you give me like the topic title? If not, I'll dig in and figure it out. But I know it has to do with the general, Antoinette. About Did you hear the whole general? It's about the day to day. Yeah, it is about the day to day. It's kind of like, is it? I'll say this. You tell me what you're thinking. Universe, I do want to enjoy cooking. I do want to enjoy the stuff, but that's why you need to give me the person so that I then have someone to look forward to cooking. No. Okay. Are you sure? Okay. Well, that's a good start, though. What's your pushback? Oh, I feel Brandon. If you're watching on the replay or not, your energy's shifting. Yours is about something about acknowledging you want a different day-to-day routine. Okay, but Brandon, I don't want to jump in too much today because I'm waiting for the plumber to come fix something. We'll get that fixed. All right, we will focus on you a different day then. We got Thursday and Friday still. I know it's about the day-to-day things, going back in the office, live home life. All right, Spirit, they're saying no, work it out with her. Are you, tarot card? No, work it out with her. Okay. Okay, so that's I'm committed to living life in outrageous joy. Right now, I may not see how that's helpful. I may not see how that's helpful, and I'm still ready to get there, universe. Show me how to look forward to getting back to the office. It's so hard typing it out and not talking it out. Yeah, that's like there is a difference between the coaching I could do on this platform versus on a live call. I am glad we have our call next Thursday tomorrow, and Concha's gonna be there. Oh my God, Concha, let me get you on the calendar invite. I got you in the. You got the. Did you get the WhatsApp message, Concha, for the WhatsApp group? Oh, Concha, actually, you know what? To get on the call, check the receipt that was sent to you. Um, there's a link to register for the calls on there. I forgot about that. I just added that. So now signing up for my masterminds is automated. So Concha, you got to go check your receipt and it says like if you booked a reading go here, if you booked this go here, if you bought the Thursday mastermind call, register for the calls here. You got to click that to sign up for the calls and to get the information to join. Once you register for that, you're going to see a list of all the call dates and times. At the very bottom, you'll have to scroll down. At the very bottom, you'll see a add to calendar so you can get added to your calendar. Um, I know it's about the day-to-day things, going back to the office, live home life, getting used to those things and embracing it. It's so hard typing it. I am becoming okay with going back to the office. I'm going to ask to adjust my work schedule, but it's not work related. There's a little bit of like drudgery in the going back to the office. I think you're gonna find it's like it is your inspired action, believe it or not, Antoinette. And it's okay because, yesterday's show, we talked about the inner being you that's connected to source. It's always purely positively focused. And we talked about the human you, and it's about the you and you together. When you're together, you're in alignment, good shit's happening for you. But then as you live life, the part of you that's positively focused splits from the human who's like, but I don't want to go back to the office. I like what I've got going on right now. And your inner being is like, no, we got to go back to the office. It's going to like help you meet people. You'll get invited out to things again. And it'll be, oh my God, hey, bro, I think I met your wife. She's at my work. She's got a kid. Let me figure out a play date between you two. It is okay if your inner being's purely when you're like this is when you're out of alignment. But if you're like this, you may not be happy, happy, joy, joy, right? Because that's this in alignment. But your inner being's like, go back to the office. Go back to the office. And it's okay for you to be, I don't want to go. Because that's at least authenticity, which is vibe 7. I know it's something I need to do, and I'm taking action to go back in. Okay, so be at peace that as of right now, you don't see why to inspired action. Like, allow yourself to throw that temper tantrum. I don't want to go back to the office. It sucks, blah, 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 blah. Ugh, I don't see why this is my inspired action. This better turn out really good for me, universe. Okay, that's in there. But there's also Antoinette. I want to push a little bit and go back to what I first said. Wh- I want to go back. It doesn't fully feel good, but I want to go. Okay, embrace that you don't want to go and allow yourself to let those emotions out. That area feels cleaned up now. Are you good on that area? Because now it feels like, let me go back to your first one. There's something in the live in the home life area to clean up. Um, yeah, going back to the office, that's done. Day to day things, live home life. Yeah, the home life, that one's really lighting up. Um, we could either talk about home life or the day to day things. The day to day things, I'm going to push back a little bit that it's the universe. I want the man because I'll be happier when he's in here. What about that? And you know what? I'm gonna take a bite of my spelt flour because I'm kind of hungry. That is dough. That is straight up dough. Okay, that tastes good though. Um. Okay. Okay. So I use the word happier when the word is easier and smoother. Okay. This is where I want to give you this example. Selling a house. There was a couple that was trying to sell a house. There was a couple that was trying to sell a house, and they were No one's going to buy it. It's so small. The backyard is this. Kids can't live here. You bump into it. So when people walk into the house, they feel that energy. The house didn't sell for like a year. After a session, it was, well, what made you originally buy the house? What did you originally like about it? And they were like, oh, we loved it. It was such a good small starter home. We didn't want to take on too much, so we knew the repairs would be minimal. The way the plumbing and electric was laid out, it was a good, everything was going to be simple to fix. So we thought it was like a good starter home to just start getting used to home repairs. The yard was small. We didn't want to spend a lot of our time on yard maintenance, and we didn't have a budget to pay someone to come do it. So before we had kids, the house was great. And it's like, keep going, keep going. And they're like, okay, well, right now it's actually really letting us know how much we've grown as a family. We're now bigger, so we need more space. So this is just like a visualization of how much we've grown in life and how much more we now are asking out of life because now we want the big backyard for our kids to run around and play in. Do you see that difference? Instead of, well, we need the bigger yard so that we can have more fun with our kids versus, oh my God, this house is literally showing us that we started as just him and me. And now we want that big yard because when we have the big yard, we're going to get the trampoline. We're going to be blowing bubbles in the backyard. We're going to be doing this. It's you got to bring it into alignment. So you can't look at what you don't want and hate it. You got to look at what you want and be at contentment. Like, all right, right now I do have a lot on my plate. I think that's why I'm really going to love having a life partner in. Number 1, it does make when I'm doing the day-to-day things, it does make it more fun. It makes me wanna, like, cook it extra good so I can drop it off and bring a smile to his face, and it's kinda nice to know that there's gonna be some things taken off of my plate. Gosh, if he were to just, like I didn't have to worry about the car oil change every 3 months or flat tires or any of that, just knowing that he'd got that, whew, that would be such a relief. Do you see that different way to view it? And you know what, guys? This spelt dough actually kind of tastes kind of good. I have got to make some bread or some muffins with this or something. Concho. That's good. I thought it was an interesting general for sure. That one, we're not gonna be I don't I want to get to Brandon's question too. So we're not gonna be able to get to that one to full alignment today, but you at least now kind of know the way you got to start looking at it. You may have been in my law of attraction course when I had someone who was trying to buy a bigger house. She's like, this one's so small. The kids keep running into the corner. I hate this house. It was every time you see them run to the corner, it's like, that's why my partner and I were doing such a good job saving our money because these kids deserve a bigger house so we could run and play in it better. I can't wait to be in that big new house. Use it as a reason to bask into the new of what you want. It would be so, gosh, when there's two hand. Okay, you got that. Yeah, I'm gonna use this spelt flower, man. It's good. Okay, let me do one more for Antoinette, and we're gonna go to Brandon. Actually, gosh, there's a little part of you that doesn't want to ask for help for picking up Liv. We'll probably have to do that one on the call tomorrow. There's something in there, Antoinette, that like I'm not enough. I don't want to ask my mom or my sister. That's why I need the life partner universe. Come on, that's what they're about. Bring them in. Yeah, that's not in alignment either. Home life. Talk to me about home life a little bit. What a fun question, Brandon. Who else is live besides Brandon, Concha, and Antoinette? Hello, welcome to High Vibe Mornings. It's a show I do, and Antoinette, I'm waiting for your comment about like home life in general. Um, I do this show Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern time, with just free mini reads for 30 minutes. I'm available for private readings. Okay, I'm a bit tapped out. We can chat more about it tomorrow on our call. You're a bit tapped out. Okay, I feel you're tapped out. I guess the last tiny bit I would say is universe, show me how to Stay as engaged and present as I can today and tomorrow until the call. I'd like to be present in my body today and tomorrow. I'm okay that there's emotions that I can't identify and that aren't, they're not low vibe, they're not high vibe. Help me just be okay with feeling an unknown feeling in my body. No matter what, I want to be grounded and present because I want to do a really good job at work. I do want to keep my job and help me get ready so that by the time the call comes, I can expand beautifully into the next chapter of allowing in my life. Um, okay, let's go to Brandon. I'm moving closer, although something about that. Brandon, is that like what you're primarily focused on right now? That's pretty dope, though. Moving closer to my dream of earning money from playing games. What game are you playing? Is it in alignment for me to try to make that my primary income? So, Brandon, from our point of view, the short answer would be not at this time, not quite at this time. It's something that we see in your energy that's growing in eagerness and enthusiasm. It is something that brings you delight. But there's something about your day-to-day job that provides you with it does provide you with structure, and structure is important for humans. You guys do thrive on structure and on routine. But it provides you a lot of social needs right now that you're unaware of that you're getting met being there. Um, the best words that we can find in Kelly's vocabulary right now is it gives you maybe hero, maybe leader. It gives you like a little bit of hero, a little bit of like leadership, a little bit of like leading. That if you switch to full games right now, number one, you're not stable enough in your expectation of the kind of money you want to make from it. Number two, it won't give you that leadership thing and there'll be a dip in your emotions. So, how we like your primary job, your side income, we kind of see it being a little bit more something like this for a while. And then when you're earning, when you have a, all right, I know I've got the earning this money, doing it this way, then you'll be able to take the detached step back and go, okay, do I actually like the primary job? What do I like about it? What don't I like about it? Okay, well, I like, I like this, I like that, I like the kids, I like, I'm like, okay, universe, this is providing me some good stuff in my life. Help me decide if I'm ready to give it up or not. Help me see how I can get those needs met elsewhere. Do you see how that's a little bit more of where you're at? They're asking. I hate when I like spin a little when my eyes are closed. I could totally yeah, because you teach kids, right? Am I remembering correctly? Love you, Antoinette. Just stay grounded, stay present. It's okay that there's that wobbly woe feeling. Like that's what kind of what you want to like lean into. Um, let's see what Brandon has to say. Yes, I'm a private tutor for a small company. I just like working 5 days a week, but I know that I do a good job here. Yeah, that's an interesting point, Brandon. It's right. So, and I know the dip they're talking about because I faced that. I used to be really structured and routine, and then I hit a lot of income this business that I then like gave up structure and routine, and at first it's like bliss and happy, but then it's like this nebulous if you're not prepared for it. And like all of my social circle here is on the 9 to 5 structured routine. So I was like, I don't have enough to do with my time. And now I'm finding I'm rebuilding back to having a routine. And I'm like, the more I get on a routine, the happier I'm getting. But it is an interesting balance between me admitting to myself that I don't want to run my business the way those coaches told me to, which was just charge high end. I generally am happier when I have 1, 2, 3 reads, not quite a day, not like definitely not 7 days a week, but at least 4 days a week when I'm just positively contributing to their lives. But then there's also that, well, what would life be like if I'm, just more like the ultra wealthy that they don't have to focus on structure routine, they just focus on being and doing. But I'm kind of finding that I'm a little bit more like happier when I have that structure. Okay, but let's see what do you have to say for them now, Brandon? Or do you say for Brandon now, Spirit? He just likes working 5 days a week, but he knows he does a good job there. What else does he need to hear on this topic? Okay, so Brandon, all we can say from our point of view is you're not yet ready to give up that social structure. It does meet some social needs too. The biggest need that you get there is the leadership. You could, if you wanted, start, universe, show me how I could get that met elsewhere. You could start doing that. You would find though, Brandon, we don't know. Kelly's just going, that's not what he asked about. You would find, Brandon, that as you move into family life, you would get a lot of your needs met there. Are you ready to hear that that's what this question is actually about? Whew, it's a 180. Universe. He was just asking to play games and make money. Oh, yes. Okay. Hey, Min, what's up? Are you at school right now or are you having a day off? All right. Brandon said yes. What else you got for him, Spirit? So that's Brandon. If we were in your shoes, that's where we would put our focus. Universe, help me sort my home life. Help me get clarity on the type of family life I want. Help me get clarity on the who. Do you see how you have stuff there to clean up? Oh, cool. Is that and what, like have a sugar mama or just like you both work from home and like you make money off the games? Oh, is your winter break that long? That's cool, man. Hey, and Britta, don't answer my personal question, just answer spirits. Because I definitely after I finish with this question for you, I gotta go. It's like almost 12 p.m. here and I haven't eaten except for a couple bites of spelt flour. Yeah, the plumber's got here. Thanks for the insight. Okay. I mean, come back to the show. I'll help more. All right. Love y'all. Great high vibe morning. For those of you who are new, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern Time, I like to go live for 30 minutes just to channel a general message. For those who can't join live, you can hear a message in the very beginning, and then I like to go into free mini reads for 30 minutes. After that, with the exception of today, because I'm starving, if you'd like to guarantee a personal read that day after the free 30-minute section, that's when I do request and encourage super chat of $20 to get your reading done that day. But you could always come back the very next day. I'm available for personal readings. I also have a lot of attraction mastermind opening up. So if you would like any of that stuff, just type me a comment afterwards and I will get you the link. Love y'all and hope you have a high vibe day.